St. Stephen's Day was
and they were calling him to
although he was
jump up in the island.
Hello everybody!
Hello everybody, today we are baking hats.
We are baking hats. Hello everybody, welcome to this episode of Baking with Babies. Today, as Liam said, we are making Wren hats. We are all dressed up in our straw as the straw boys and the Wren boys to go off for our Wren party, but what did we forget? We forgot to decorate our hats. We need to decorate our hats. So we're teaming up with CCE Delaware Valley, which is Comhaltas Ceoltóirí Éireann, and they celebrate lots of the traditions of the Celtic and British Isles here in the Delaware Valley. And so we're teaming up with them this year to celebrate December 26th, St. Stephen's Day, which is the celebration of the Wren. And so we're going to show you one of the things that's the most important when you're having a Wren party is your Wren hat. To have wonderful crazy hats so that you are ready to go off to your Wren party and celebrate. So we're going to show you some different ways to decorate your hats. So let's get started. Here we go.
Welcome to the third episode of our episode. Today we are baking hats.
Welcome to the first step of our episode, everybody. We are, as Liam said again, we are making Wren hats. And there are lots of different ways that you can decorate your Wren hat. We're going to start off with a classic kind of wintry, solstice, Christmassy kind of way of doing this, which is also a lot of fun because you can eat the contents along the way, which is always nice to have a snack while you're working and decorating things, right? So, what are we going to use for our decorations? What's this?
May I have my popcorn?
You may have your popcorn. So that's the first ingredient. We're using popcorn, and what are these guys? Cranberries, popcorn and cranberries. So we're going to make a strand of popcorn and cranberries that you can then decorate your Wren hat with. Now, I should have mentioned the first step to decorating a Wren hat is to pick a hat. You could find a hat like this that's just kind of a plain black hat, a nice hat. You could find a hat with a really wide brim. You can make a paper hat. You can, if you have a baseball cap, so if you don't have lots of choices of these kinds of hats, you can use a baseball cap. You could use a fireman's cap if you happen to have a fireman's cap, that kind of thing around the house. Any hat will do. It's just about sprucing it up and finding fun things to put on with it. So that's the first step. Find your perfect hat or a hat of your choice, and then we can show you different ways of adding things onto it. So with this particular hat, we're going to start off with some popcorn and some cranberry strands on it. Alrighty, so you're going to need needle and thread, some popcorn and cranberries. And cranberries, you can get fresh cranberries over at the supermarket, especially this time of year. And popcorn, we have a special popcorn pot that we use in our house. But you can use an air popper, you can use just a pot with just popcorn kernels and some oil. Or you can buy kind of just like plain or lightly salted popcorn at the shops. So we'll get started. And choose a piece of popcorn, dude. Or should I? Can you help me cut this up? Different one? Ready? And we put it very... The key to doing this is to finding the right pieces of popcorn. Is that the one? Let's find another one. Okay, let's put it on. Nice job. Okay, so one at a time. One at a time. We're going to hold it and put this through like this. Help me put it all the way through. All the way through. Very nice, very nice. And get another one. Let's get another one. There we go. Right. And pull the piece of popcorn all the way down, really gently. Pull the piece of popcorn all the way down. Pour the thread up. Shall we try a cranberry? Which cranberry would you like to use to start with? Put them sideways like this, and if you're working with a younger helper, just make sure it's something that's not too sharp. So Mama will take this side, it's not too sharp. And pull the cranberry through, pull it all the way down. Very nice. Whoa, dude, look at that. Is that pretty? Should we put another cranberry? Or another piece of popcorn. Another cranberry. And if you don't have or don't want to have the popcorn and the cranberries kind of edible things, you can do this with beads as well. So if you have beads around your house of any kind, you can, it's just like making a really, really big necklace is what this will be. Okay, so should we keep adding? And the nice thing about it too is that once you're finished using it for your hat, you might, if you celebrate Christmas, you can put it on your Christmas tree or hang it up around the house as well. Or when you're totally finished, you can put it outside on a tree outside and have a special treat for kind of birds and squirrels outside. So thank you. So on December 26th, there's St. Stephen's Day over in Ireland and parts of the UK and parts of Wales. Every year they have traditions of the straw boys or the wren boys or the mummers, as you may know them over here on the East Coast and in the Philadelphia area. They had the traditions going back for centuries where these guys would dress up in straw costumes, kind of like our straw costumes that we were wearing earlier, and they would go around to the different houses in the town, and they would sing songs, kind of like the Wren song that we were singing earlier. They would sing songs, they would dance, and they would just have kind of lots of frivolities, and the children of the town would go and hunt a wren, a bird, around the town that morning, and then they would bring it around to the different houses to show off the wren to the different townspeople, and they would go asking for treats and things to eat, asking for their neighbors to sing songs, and they would ask for bits of money that they would collect. And at the end of the day, they would use that money to have a huge celebration with all of the straw boys and all of the wren boys and all the people of the town. And so in order to go and encourage people to give you those donations, you had to be dressed up, sometimes in full disguise. The hats that we're making are lots of fun, but sometimes they would have huge baskets over their head to kind of disguise who they were as an extra added piece. You ready to help me with some more things? Okay, what do we need? What do we need next? Do we need more popcorn, more cranberries?
More hat.
More hat? Check how it's doing. Whoa, whoa, look at that so far. How's that looking so far? Good?
Yeah.
All right. So a lot of these traditions still exist today because of groups like CCE in Delaware Valley and keeping these traditions, wonderful traditions, alive. And so the festivities had lots of music and lots of dancing and lots of singing. Lots of singing.
Oh,
You'll flip it. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, nice job. Yes. All right, I think we need some popcorn. What do you think? Some more popcorn?
Can you get some more popcorn?
Yeah. All right.
Can you get some more popcorn? Because I do not have it.
You don't. You do just say you don't have enough.
I do not have it enough to more.
What do you think? Do you need more popcorn? More cranberries?
No. We do not don't put more
Okay.
because we don't need.
Oh, look, we need to finish our strand.
We do not have it enough to our class. Ew.
Oh, my turn. Thank you. Whoa, dude. That turned out really, really nicely. All right, so once you have your strand of popcorn and cranberries, once you have it at the length that you'd like it to be, you're going to tie it off, and then, should we try it on the hat? Yeah, come on around, come here. Ready? Yes, perfect. So when you put it on your hat, you can measure it out so that it kind of runs right around the brim, right around the outside, or if you want to get super fancy, you can tack it on to the sides and have it kind of looping off the sides like this as well. It depends on just how fancy you would like to get, but this we measured out so that it went all the way around the outside of Liam's hat. Gives it a little bit of color, as I said, a little bit of snacks along the way. So just one idea for your Wren hat. All right, we'll see you at the next step, everybody.
I'm playing the accordion.
Are you gonna play the accordion and say, hello everybody?
Hello, everybody.
Hello everybody, welcome to the next step of our episode of Baking with Babies. What are we still making? What are we still making?
Candle.
Candles for our Wren hats. So we are back at it today. As you can see, we have a bit of a change of attire. We're doing this in stages to put all of our Wren hats together. What are we going to put on our Wren hats today? What are we going to show everybody how to make? What are these? Candles. What kind of candles? They're very special kinds of candles. What kind of candles are these? What are these? What were you just playing? The accordion. So there's very special candles called accordion candles. And you can hold the glue. We're not going to use it quite yet, but you can hold the glue. As you can see, these little flames go on top, and so they are little accordion candles. Last year when Liam was leading, were you leading the Wren hat parade last year at the Wren Party? Did you have candles like this on your hat? Yeah. So we thought we'd show you guys how to make these today, and they're very simple. All you need are 2 different colored papers, or I suppose however many different colors you want, but for each candle you need 2 different colors, and you're going to cut your different colors into strips, your paper into strips, and start them out like this, and then whatever color you would like for the flame for your candle at the top. Today we have orange, but you can make it yellow or whatever color you would like. I know, we do have glue in there. And so, shall we get everybody started? Yeah, and it's nice because you can kind of have a little instrument to play along as you're making them. Yeah. Can I show everybody?
1, 2, 10, tall.
You're gonna sing a song? Play us a tune?
1, 2, 10, tall.
Can you sing us the Wren song?
When doing the cowboy, he did in the hardwood. I'm going with little hungry. No, put me loud and get it to tweet in it.
A little bit of ice cream, jump up me lads and give us a treat. A little bit of ice cream. So, as Liam is alluding to, the Wren boys would go around asking for treats at the different houses where they were playing music and songs and tunes. Yeah? Alright, so you're going to take your 2 strips of paper, whatever colors you choose, and you're going to put on them, what do you put on them right here? You put a little dab of... Put a little dab of glue to hold them together. It just makes this next part a little bit easier. Okay? And then you're going to fold it. It's just a series of folds. So can you help me bring this one over? Bring this over, and you're going to fold it and press it over. And then you're going to take this one, hold it towards you. Ready? Ready? And fold it that way. And then you're going to take this one, take the purple one, and do this way. And press down. Nice job. And then fold the red one, bring it up. Like that. Nice job. And then the purple one comes back over. One comes back over. This way, this way, this way, this way. And then the red one comes down. Nice job. The red one comes down towards you. There we go. And then the purple one. So you keep doing this over and over and over until you essentially run out of each of your strips of paper. Here and here. Ready? Yeah. There we are. Another accordion. And so once you get to this part, it depends on how wide you would like your candles. So if you would like many candles around your hat, many little candles around your hat, maybe you cut your strips a little thinner, or if you would like one really big one in the middle, you can just make it really big and wide, or if you want just kind of 4 really big ones around the outside, you can make them like that. So once you get to the end here, what you can do is you take your flame, and this is really simple. You just kind of draw a little oval or a pointed, almost almond-shaped kind of flame here, and we've decided to put a little kind of squiggle in the middle here, and leave yourself a little piece at the end so that you have a little tab to put it in. And we're going to just glue it right here at the end. So we'll put 2 little dabs of glue. We'll put one here. This helps if you open it, doesn't it? Put a little dab of glue. See, come on. There we are, a little dab of glue right there. Then we have the flame. Bring the flame over. Yep. Flame right on here. Put a dab on either side and then kind of squeeze it down. You can put a little paper clip or something like that to hold it. You can also just use a glue stick or tacky glue, so that might hold it a little bit better on the sooner side. But then once you're finished, you have yourself a little candle. So, what do you think, dude? And then you can pin it, or maybe take a piece of tape and put it wherever you'd like, so that it's not permanent on the hat itself. And as I said, you can take it, put it in different spots around your hat as well, so you can have kind of little candles or accordion flames around. So there you are. So there is another idea for your Wren hat. Yeah? Should we try some more? All right. So here we are, we're back at our next step, everybody. We're going to add some ribbon to our hat. So obviously we have some that kind of permanently stays on our hat back here, and you can use silk or satin ribbon, any kind of fancy ribbon that you would like. But if you want to go just for kind of a ribbon that you might have around your house during the holidays as you're wrapping gifts, we thought we'd try some of that as well. So if you don't want to be tacking anything on your hat, either with pins or sewing it on or putting tape on there, we thought we'd show you a way to do this without this. So I'm going to need your help tying this. Can you help me tie this? So as Liam is putting that on, I'm going to tie, I just took a long ribbon, and you can put it around, you all right, bud? You can put it around the circumference of the hat and tie it in the back, like so. Kind of press it down. We're working around our candles at the moment, but press it down and either put it into a bow or into a knot, just something that will keep it there. And you've got some ribbon, and then add some more. Can you hold this out for me so we can measure it? Hold that out for me, please. Thank you. And another one.
Cut this one.
Cut that one? Well, we want to keep them long because we're going to make them really curly. They're sort of curly right now. We're going to make them really curly. So, however many... Cut the long ones. Okay. And however many ribbons you might want to put on your hat, just attach them to the back. Or I should say attach them to the back, onto the sides, even onto the front. Might make it a little harder to see, but if you're looking for a crazy Wren hat and want to be in disguise, maybe in the front is a good idea here, right? Aha, are you ready? Here's the fun part. Are you ready? We're gonna make them really, really curly. Ready? All right, so you're gonna take your ribbon and take a pair of scissors and start maybe with this sharp part inside. Take your ribbon and look at that! And make some really curly ribbon. Should we curl this one too? Woo! So if you want them to be really curly and really long and hanging off the sides, you can just cut them extra, extra long.
I did this really big, wide one.
Really big, wide one. Look at that. Look at all those ribbons hanging off the back. All right, so we're looking good with all of our ribbons on here. Is it time to put the bird's nest on?
Yeah.
Because we need a nest for our wren, don't we? A place for him to sit. All right, so I think, is the top of the hat a good place for that to happen?
Yeah.
So if you have kind of a divot in your hat, or you can make one.
I put the ball on top and then one next on.
Well, I don't know if putting the bird on first would be the best idea, because then his nest goes on top of him. But would you like to hold him while we're doing that? So here's our wren. You can have, I suppose you can have as many wrens on top of your hat as you would like. Shall he sit there while we're getting his nest ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So since he is the king of all birds, he's the king for the day, he's gonna sit up on top. Whoop, we're losing some candles. Alrighty, so you can get some crinkly paper, you can get lots of ribbon if you want to put it on the top. But that's what we're gonna put on the top of the hat, as it were. And you can try different things to make it stick. We're gonna just use a little bit of tape today and see how we do with some of the crinkle ribbon to put it underneath. Just to kind of get the base of things. But there are different ways you can attach it, whether with glue, whether you put some other pins or ribbons to kind of hold it down. So there has kind of the base of our nest, and we're going to make him a really, really nice nest. You want to put some more of this onto the top? Yeah, make it nice and fluffy, insulated. It's chilly this time of year. And we thought we'd make a really fancy nest out of pipe cleaners. And we braided it so it has a very Celtic kind of feel. So we just used pipe cleaners, and we took 3 colors for each. One of the browns, one of the silvers, and a green one. You gonna help me? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So we took one of each color and kind of put them together like this up at the top. And to make it thicker, we did that 3 times, and obviously Liam is in the midst of using the silver one at the moment. We kind of took them all, twisted them together at the top, and then divided them up like this and started braiding them that way, just to give it a little extra texture, a little extra color all the way down to the bottom. And eventually came up with this where we kind of twisted it up just to give it a little kind of sparkle. Alright, so we're gonna put our wren, who's got little bits of wire on there to help him stay in there. We'll kind of attach him down the bottom. We'll put him in his nest first. Oh, there we go. There we are. Shall we put his nest on top? So wrens were actually... We want to put ribbon on top? Okay, well here we've got some extra ribbon. Wait, should we put some ribbon underneath him? On top. Okay, let's put it around him. Kind of tuck him in, is that a good idea? And should we put some of this in here as well? Yeah? Need some to eat. Good idea.
And some to drink.
And some to drink. A very good idea. So the wrens in this case...
And some more to eat.
Some more to eat and drink. Yeah, he is the king for the day, the king of all birds. My goodness, he is a well taken care of wren. Is he going to be all tucked in and very, very fancy and dressed up? So one of the things with the wrens is that they were known as betrayal birds, both in biblical history and in Irish history and in Viking history. There are moments where the wren has kind of given away the game for different people involved in history, whether it's...
I gave him too much.
You did! Whether it's giving them away by tapping on somebody's drum, who the army is hiding. I believe it was the Irish army was hiding, and there was some food or breadcrumbs left over from somebody's lunch from their bread from the day before, and the wren came over to kind of peck at it to eat it, and it kind of gave alarm to the opposite army, and so it's known as kind of the betrayal bird. And so
what happened?
What happened? It let everybody know where the other guys were, and so they looked at the wren and they said, "Hey, shh, don't let them know." So the wren has kind of given up the game for some people throughout history, and so it's the king of all birds, but at the same time there's a bit of a negative connotation. I know. So part of the tradition that they would go hunting, where they would actually hunt and kill the wren and bring it back, and then go and show it off to everybody. And that was kind of a celebratory thing because the wren had betrayed them throughout history. And then as the ritual has been practiced kind of throughout modern history, and more kind of more modern rituals, the wren is simply captured, shown around to everybody, and then released at the end of the day. Or as kind of very modern history is, we'll get wrens kind of more like this, where they're actually not real, but they go through the practices of the ritual. Is he coming out?
He came out to one more drink.
For one more drink, and then shall we put it on? Would you like to try your wren hat on? We haven't quite secured everything. With, as I said before, you can kind of pin things down, you can sew them in if you want it to be really, really permanent as well, or get kind of little wires like this as well. But if you're planning on dancing or reveling during your Wren party, it's a good thing to have something to kind of hook him on. As you can see underneath his feet, there are some little wires, so something to hook him onto the nest as well, so that he doesn't what? He doesn't fall out. He doesn't fall out. All right, and so we've got some pins here. We're going to kind of secure some of our nests, as it were, underneath here. And then should we try the hat on? Yeah. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's try your wren hat on so far. Whoa, dude. Looking good. All that's missing is our straw. You've got your wren, you've got your popcorn and cranberries, you've got your accordion candles, and you've got your ribbon. And your wren is all tucked in with food and water for the day. I think you are ready for your Wren party. So folks, here are just a few ideas. You can use all of them, you can use some of them, but here are just a few ideas to put a wren hat together, and we'll give you a couple of other ideas if you don't necessarily have all of these at home either, and some other hats that you might be able to do and want to do. So we'll see you in just a minute. Hello everybody, welcome to this next step of our episode of making wren hats. We decided that we finished Liam's very fancy wren hat for the Wren party, and we decided to show you, and here it is, very fancy wren hat. And so we decided that if you don't want to quite go to this extreme of making a wren hat, but you wanted to make something a little simpler, or if you don't have a hat like this to put things on and you want to do something a little bit simpler, we would show you some ideas where you can make some simple paper hats so that you can still be fun and festive for your wren parties. All right, so this hat, as you can see, we have it in a couple different sizes. It depends on the piece of paper that you want to use. It's just a simple... Are they kissing each other? Kiss, 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 kiss.
No. Oh, wow.
As you can see, Liam is holding some paper wrens, some pictures of wrens that we found. This fancy one, do you want to hold this one up? This fancy one is called a fairy wren. The wrens that I'm familiar with are the wrens like this that are kind of more browns and golds and oranges and blacks. But we found a picture of a very fancy wren, so you might want to consider a fairy wren for your paper hats as well. All right, so we're going to show you how to fold this very special paper hat. Our wrens are sitting and watching how this is being done. Do they get front row seats or they're driving?
Oh. All of them down. And they are getting their seatbelts on.
They have their seatbelts on.
Oh no, they are getting them.
They're getting them on. Okay. Safety first, everybody. We have our seatbelts on as we are watching our paper hat folding. Right? All right. So you're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to fold it in half. Can you help me? Press down this side. Press it down. Press it down. There you go. All the way across. Fold it in half. Very good. And then we're going to take it like this, and you're going to fold another accordion. Oh, for our accordion candles. We'll do some more of those in a bit. All right, so you're going to take these two edges. Once you fold it in half, your folded side up here, you're going to take the two edges, the 2 points, and you're going to fold them into the middle so that they meet in the middle. Okay. Oh, I'm making a hat. Oopsie.
Is this a hat?
Okay, until they meet and that they're even. Okay, can you help me push this down here? Not this one yet. We'll do that one in a second. Okay, you're gonna push the folds down so that you have a triangle. Just like this. Have a triangle. Okay, gentle, gentle, gentle.
Like we had a triangle.
Like we have a triangle.
Triangle in the front room.
A triangle in the front row, yes. All right, so once you have your two sides folded in like this, you have a triangle. It looks a little bit like a house or a boat. You're going to take the bottom, and if it's a bit too long, you're going to fold it in half. Oh, thank you, Wren. Thank you for helping us fold. Nice job. You're going to fold the bottom and then fold it again. So fold it over top of your sails or the top of your house like this. Oh, nice job. Thank you so much. And then you're going to flip your hat over and do the same thing on this side. So
He's doing it with his mouth.
I see that. He's pretty talented.
Okay, he's doing it with his mouth.
Yeah, here we go. Ready? All right, we're going to fold it forward. Come on, Wren. Here we go. Nice job.
When?
The Wren, the king of all birds. All right, so you're going to fold it and then fold it a second time, just like this. And that's the essence of your hat. You can see, you open it up underneath, put it on somebody's head, just like that. So you can either wear it kind of face forward like that, almost like Robin Hood, or you can wear it side to side as well. And if you want to, as we have here, you can kind of tuck the sides in, where you flip these sides over. You just hold it in place a little bit more. See, helping again? Hold this side and this side. And we put a little bit of glue on ours so it sticks together a little bit better. So this is our hat, just kind of the base of the hat. You can keep it really plain and just leave it like this if you'd like to, or we can decorate it. We cut out some wrens that we printed out from the internet, or if you have any magazines of birds that look like wrens, or if you're lucky enough to find a wren in the magazine as well, you can add them on. Either they can go sailing. Shall they go sailing on our hat? Or you can glue them on, or staple them on, or use some Scotch tape to be putting them on as well.
I had glue.
We do have glue. Shall we?
Oh, could I have the glue?
Yeah. Would you like to put the wrens on here? Shall we put the wrens on here? There's glue in there. Do you want to glue the wrens on so they stay on here? Yeah. Do you want to put them on? Okay. So let's put a little bit on here. Help me. Just a little bit of glue on here. We'll set it aside over here until we need it again. All right, so we've got our wrens for our wren hat. We also have some feathers over here. Should we put some feathers on? What do you think?
The bird on.
Another bird? Well, we don't have another bird cut out at the moment. But if people want to put some more birds on, should we put some feathers on this side?
Oh, could I
get a feather? No problem. So that feather go in? Where should we put it in? Oh, very good. This side might go in a little bit more easily, so let's stick it in there. Okay, so we can have some feathers in there. Ooh, this is a nice one. Should we put a red one? Put a red one in there. So the folds help to catch some of these things too, which is nice. I'll find the perfect spot for it. Yeah, that's perfect. Here we are. Look at you go. We also have some. Oh, another one? Okay. Oh, that's lovely. We are getting our boat or our wren hat ready. Oh, this is looking lovely. And we also have some lovely lovely leaves. Oh, bless you. Some lovely leaves. You can get some just outside and glue them on or staple them on. These right here, you can do something like that to have them on the bottom. And we have a stapler. Why, thank you. We have a stapler. You may help. Here, let's do it this way. Ready? Why, thank you. I won't pinch my fingers. I should be very, very careful. So be very careful when you're using your staplers, folks. All right, all the way down. Perfect. Alrighty, Liam, this is a wonderful wren hat. Look at that.
I got the table ball. Haha.
Thank you very much. Would you like to try it on and see how we're doing? Should we look? Oh, fantastic. So as I said, you can wear it like this, kind of front to back, or you can scooch it where it's side to side and you can see your wrens. Let's get to work. So we have made one of our paper hats. I wanted to show you, if you're not up for all the folding, we can make a really simple paper hat as well. Let's take a sheet of paper like this. Yeah, and we're going to curl it up so you can fit it to your head or whoever's going to be wearing it. And we're going to use the stapler again. Can you help me with the stapler? All right. Whoops! Bringing feathers along with us. All right. So simply wrap it around in a cone. Okay. And squeeze it in. Perfect. And just use a couple of staples like that. And then you have yourself a cone paper hat, and you can add different feathers to it, different pictures like we did on our other hat. You can also add little pipe cleaners to the top just to make it festive. Yeah, there we go. Pipe cleaners and ribbons. You can color on it, draw pictures of your wrens, cut out pictures of your wrens. All right, sir. Do you think we're ready for our wren hats? Are we ready for our wren party? See you at the next step of our episode. We're gonna go get dressed up and put our wren hats on. We'll see you outside, folks. Bud, let's knock on the door. Let's knock on the door. Put them down. Okay. We're gonna say no. And then we're gonna knock on the door. Old Christmas is coming.
Oh, Grandma is coming. Do we begin?
Pray, open your door and let it. Shall we sing our Wren song?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you sing it? Say tell them. Say.
The wind, the cowboy, and there was control. Although you listen, I'll be up and like you.
Yay! Shall we all sing
A
it?
little bit of ice cream.
A little bit of ice cream.
Yay!
Let's go sing.
Happy
St. Stephen's Day, everybody.
It's in the bush, the holly tree, and all the boys who follow me. As I went out to hunt and all, I met a wren upon the wall. Up with me watching and giving me fall, and brought you here to show you all. I have a little box under me arm, a tuppence a penny will do it no harm, for we are the ones